are you doing? Did you miss my videos? I missed you too. With my sweet English channel today, we're gonna learn a new and interesting lesson. And I'm sure that it's gonna be very useful for you. So just before we start, subscribe to my channel and click on like button and write me some encouraging comments in order I can make more lessons about English language. Now, I want you to stay with me and don't change the channel. Let's start. The title of today's lesson is about the comparison between the British English versus American English. Because some people speak English without knowing that there are so many differences between these two accents. So, let's find out these differences. Starting by a small introduction, we find that the most noticeable difference between American and British English is vocabulary. There are hundreds of everyday words that are different. The question is, do American and British people understand each other's accent? The answer is yes. There are far more examples than we can talk about here. Fortunately, most Americans and Brits can usually guess the meaning through the context of a sentence. Let's take some examples in vocabulary. In this table, we have the British English side and the American English side. Beginning with the first word in British English, we have flat. In American English, they say apartment, which means شقة. Next word, mad. In American English, they say angry. It means غاضب. Next word, sweet. In the American English, they say candy, which means halwa. The other word we have holidays. In American English, vacation. It means عطلة. Another word we have chips or fresh fries in American English, which means batata مقلية. Another word, film, in British English. In the American one, they say movie, which means film. And the last word we have lift. In American English, they say elevator, which means مصعد. Let's see some other differences in vocabulary between these two accents with their meanings in Arabic. So in British English we have football, and in American English they say soccer. Next word, rubber, eraser, wardrobe, closet, autumn, fall, petrol, gas, torch, flashlight, rubbish, garbage, shop, and store in American English. Now let's move to another difference between these two accents in spelling. So spelling means words that they have the same pronunciation and the same meaning but different writing. التهجئة تعني كلمات لديها نفس المعنى ونفس النطق لكن تختلف من حيث الكتابة. So let's begin with British English. They say color, and in American English, color. Defense, defense. License, license. Next word, check. In American English also they say check. British English, they say center. In American English, center also. Criticize, the last word. And in American English also they say criticize. Let's take some other examples in spelling. So in British English we have gray. In American English also gray. Next word, honor. In America they say honor also. In British English, bank, bank. Another word, neighbor. In America, also neighbor. Theater in British English. Theater in America. Another word, we have program. In American English, also program. British English, also they say dialogue. In America, dialogue. The last word, letter. In American English, also letter. Moving to another difference between these two accents and prepositions. By taking examples, the British people, they say at the weekend, but the American people say on the weekend. As another example, in a team, but the American one, they say on a team. British English, please write to me soon. In American English, please write me soon. The American and British people have another difference in past simple versus present perfect. What does that mean? So the Americans tend to use the past simple tense when describing something that has recently occurred, while people in the UK are more likely to use the present perfect tense. Did you understand that? No? Okay, so let's see some examples to clarify this rule. So as you can see in this table, the British people use present perfect, while Americans use the past simple. Let's see examples. Sam has gone home. This one is in British English, but in America we say Sam went home. Let's have other example. In British English we say I have eaten too much, while in America they say I ate too much. The last example, I have been to the park. This one in British English, but in American English, I went to the park. Let's move to another difference, which is regular or irregular verbs. This difference can be easily overlooked in speech, but is much more apparent in written form. Many verbs that are irregular in the past tense in Britain have made them regular in America. which means they end with ed at the end of the verb. By taking examples in this difference, you're gonna understand this rule. So in British English, the verb to dream, they say dreamt. But in American English, they say dreamed. Other example, burnt. But in American one, burned. The second example, learned in America. In British English, lent, but in America, leaned. A new rule in Northern difference says, in British English, a collective noun like committee, government, team, etc. can be either singular or plural, but more often is plural, emphasizing the members of the group. Collective nouns in the United States, by comparison, are always singular, emphasizing the group as one whole entity. Let's read together this table in order to understand the last rule. So, in collective nouns in British English, say, his team are winning. But in America, his team is winning. Another example, the government are doing everything in this crisis. But in America, they say, the government is doing everything in this crisis. The lesson is over, my dear friends. Now we move to my sweet, lovely part where we learn proverbs or quotes about learning languages. And this time, Samuel Johnson says, I am always sorry when any language is lost, because languages are the pedigrees of nations. What an amazing, lovely quote, isn't it, my friends? This is the time to say goodbye, my friends. I hope you understood very well the lesson. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos and share them between all of your friends. Take good care of yourselves and goodbye.